New York Mayor Bill de Blasio has dropped out of the Democratic primary race. Now, this is a story that, honestly, I don't really care about too much. It's not really a story. Bill de Blasio never really got any traction in the race. He barely polled above 1%. I mean, he was polling at like 0%, basically. But there is a reason I'm bringing this up. So we'll get to that in a minute here. But first, here is a clip of Bill de Blasio on MSNBC's Morning Joe announcing that he is dropping out.
So getting out there, being able to hear people's concerns, address them with new ideas, it's been an extraordinary experience. But I have to tell you at the same time, I feel like I've contributed all I can to this primary election. And it's clearly not my time, so I'm going to end my presidential campaign, continue my work as mayor of New York City, and I'm going to keep speaking up for working people.
So there you go. Bill de Blasio, I never understood why he got in this race. I think he did it in an attempt to try and salvage his career in the minds of many progressive voters. I mean, after he endorsed Hillary Clinton in 2016 when he had the opportunity to support Bernie Sanders. He even discussed how his kids supported Bernie Sanders. Meanwhile, he was supporting Hillary. He's a guy who, when he first ran for the mayor of New York, he was very progressive, at least for the time. But he has sort of fallen off and is somebody, I mean, you look at the what happened with Amazon trying to move their headquarters to New York. Bill de Blasio taking the side of Amazon, a massive corporation, and against the side that Bernie Sanders and AOC were on, which was on the side of the average person. But Bill de Blasio here, dropping out, making the announcement on Morning Joe. This is another problem with Bill de Blasio. He always tries to, I don't know, I guess he tries to appeal to people that don't like him or don't like working people, don't like progressive values, yet at the same time tries to be a champion of those things. It's an odd balance that you really can't do. You have to pick a side. So Bill de Blasio ultimately failed in his attempt here to gain any traction in his run for president. But I'm bringing this up because there was this incredible response from Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump, of course, is the worst person in the world. He is the worst president of all time. Is horrible in every single way. His policies, him as a person, he is just completely horrible. But the one talent he has is that he's funny. He can be funny. In fact, I think, I wrote this on Twitter and I think it's true. He's the only funny right-wing comedian. I mean, this is a guy where you can understand why he is still popular with some people if those people really have no moral center, don't care at all about what he's actually doing, but find him entertaining. And I think that is a large part of why Donald Trump still has support, because people find him entertaining. The perfect example of that was this tweet after Mayor Bill de Blasio dropped out. Oh no, really big political news. Perhaps the biggest story in years. Part-time mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, who was polling at a solid 0, but had tremendous room for growth, has shocking dropped out of the presidential race. NYC is devastated. He's coming home. I mean, this is objectively funny. This is a fantastic tweet. Donald Trump should have been an entertainer. That's kind of what he is, or what he was before he became president. He should have stayed in that role. But this goes to the mind, or to understanding the mind of the people that still find him appealing. That sliver of people that, look, a lot of those people, I would say the vast majority of those people, find him appealing because of Trump's hatred towards anybody who isn't white. But it also is because he is entertaining. He can be funny. And if you really don't care about other people, if you really don't care about what's happening to the country, what's happening to the world, how horrible of a leader Donald Trump is, but you like the fact that you have an entertainer for president, he's going to continue to appeal to you. And I think that's what this speaks to here. So I just wanted to share that. And look, this is, I don't know. It's, I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, because understand here, I'm not, this isn't to praise Donald Trump in any way. This is purely to help people understand maybe why Donald Trump is still appealing to people out there, to many voters, apart from the fact that he is full of hatred and many people have that same hatred inside of them. I mean, that's the obvious main factor of why Trump still has support. But he's an entertainer, and it doesn't hurt that he is. I just want to share one more tweet here. This is in relation to Bill de Blasio, because I found this. Let me show the tweet. So this is from Josh Dossie. He tweets out, the mayor of South Bend outlasts the mayor of New York City. So, of course, he's talking about how Pete Buttigieg is outlasting Bill de Blasio in this presidential race. Now, I'm not sure if there's any other, if he means anything else by this, but you have to understand, the only reason that Pete Buttigieg is still in this race is because he has the most billionaire backers. Pete Buttigieg completely sold out to special interests. Bill de Blasio, to his credit, was actually trying to fight for progressive values in this race, and especially in that first debate where I thought he had a fantastic performance pushing for issues like Medicare for all, for example. I mean, if Bill de Blasio comes out and supports Bernie Sanders, which I think he should, I don't know if he will because he's been a failure in the past, but if he does, I mean, that could go to helping Bill de Blasio's career. I'm not sure it'll really help Bernie Sanders. I don't think anybody really cares if Bill de Blasio supports Bernie Sanders, but it could go to maybe, reinvigorating Bill de Blasio as a potential progressive politician to look up to. But this idea that, Pete Buttigieg, mayor of South Bend, he outlasted Bill de Blasio because of just pure talent and the energy he was able to build for his campaign. No. Pete Buttigieg only has support because he has the most billionaire backers. In fact, I think Pete Buttigieg potentially has the potential here to last a lot longer in this race than people think, because he has all of that money behind him. I mean, he has more money than Kamala Harris does. Pete Buttigieg raised the most money in the second quarter, even though Pete Buttigieg is only polling at about 4%, 5%. His support is completely manufactured by his big billionaire backers. So I just want to make that distinction between these two mayors. That even though, you think, Bill de Blasio, mayor of New York City, he should have lasted longer than the mayor of South Bend, Indiana. No, there is a reason for that, and it's because Bill de Blasio didn't sell out while Mayor Pete Buttigieg did.